So as a beginner, you will probably struggle in the beginning keeping your project nice and straight as you go along. The reason why is because it's sometimes hard to figure out where the first stitch is and where the last stitch is. So one of the, hacks that we can do for that is to use stitch markers. So you can buy really cute stitch markers like this, or you could totally just use bobby pins or safety pins or a piece of yarn. Like you can totally use things that are at home and you don't have to spend extra money on fancy stitch markers unless you want to. But if you use a stitch marker, it helps so much keep track of your project where the first stitch of the row is and where the last stitch is. So what you would do if you wanted to do this method is find the stitches on your project. So this is my first stitch right here, and I would put my stitch marker right here for my first stitch. And then you want to find the last stitch of the row too. So make sure that you look for that very last little V at the very end of your project. And then you are going to place your other stitch marker right in there. And when you do that, it just makes it, I guess it reminds you that you need to crochet in this one and this one. And the more that you practice, the better you're going to get. And eventually you're going to really always recognize where those stitches are, but it can be tricky when you're first learning. So this is just a quick little hack. So what I typically do is I've got my stitch marker here. I would probably just crochet with it in there. I crochet, do my stitch, take my hook out, and then I would put my stitch marker on top of the new stitch that I've just created. And then I would continue to crochet all the way to the end until I got to this one here. I would crochet into that one and make sure to move your stitch marker up to keep track of your stitches. But that will help you get this really nice line, that nice straight edge that you're probably looking for, especially if you're doing a scarf, a dishcloth. I mean, anything with straight lines. Doing stitch markers in the first and last stitch of your row is really going to help you have this really nice uniform look.